And she's up and away. And we almost had a problem there. And I think we got a heavy nose here, or heavy tail. We're going to bring her down. Something's not quite right. I haven't decided if she's flying. Well, she's definitely got a roll. But tail-wise, and she's half throttle, so that's not too bad. But I think I'm going to have to do some expos here and definitely get that roll out of there. So we're bringing her down, tame her down a little bit.
Hey guys, yesterday's flight of the Trojan was a little hairy, and I brought it back home and figured out why. And lo and behold, it was my fault. When I set up the ailerons, I hadn't checked to see that the flaps were actually perfectly adjusted, true with the lines on the frame. Okay, so now I've adjusted those, and then I went ahead and looked at these, and they were way off. So I've adjusted everything else, and then at the end, I took a ruler, a flat edge, and I go across the bottom here, and you'll see that now everything is square, everything is flat, and the wing surface should be okay. I did the same thing on the other side over here, so that everything lines up the way it should. Okay, and the same deal I did over here with the straight edge. So now that should take care of the dipping problem, the rolling problem, and the out of control problem, because the ailerons were off at a wrong angle. Both of them were pointing a little bit down. So this gave it a real weird flight. Now, on top of that, I did mention that I might do a little something else, and I had a comment from one of my viewers. He asked me about the gyro. Where would I put a gyro in this thing? So I went ahead and did that, and I'll show you guys real quick here. In fact, let me just put my hat on so we're not bouncing around too much. I can hook this up. Turn my radio on here. Kind of point it away a little bit. And plug this in. And here's the gyro. I'm using the Hobby Eagle A3. And just like an AS3X, you want to wait till that sets. And you'll hear it click, and then the light will turn solid blue. Now, I only have a 6-channel receiver in this plane, guys, so I don't get to use the mode switch. So what I have this set on is just simple AS3X, basically stabilization, just gyro stabilization. And I'll show you how that works. Now, you have the option with the mode switch. If you plug it into an open channel, you can go between a 3-way switch, especially, that works the best. You can go between constant, stabilization, or you can turn it off, or you can put it in a course lock position, which is where when you give a control, say such as that, and you release the stick, it'll stay there instead of self-centering. Now with the AS3X, or the gyro stabilization on this, when you're flying, this thing should actually auto level itself and auto stabilize and auto self-center as well. So you're going to have the assist of just like flying an AS3X model without all the other buzzers and bells, the safe select. But if you want, then you just hook up the mode. So I'll give you a quick demonstration here, guys, and show you how well this works. When you hook the gyro up, you're going to notice that all your expo settings and your throws look like they've been abandoned, okay? But they haven't been. In all reality, if you disconnect and turn off the gyro, if I've only got the throws set, say, that far, okay, if I'm only doing that far, that's all I'm really going to get. But with the gyro connected, it gives you the opportunity, should the plane need it, of the full capability of the whole throw on that servo, which is really nice, because if the plane gets hit with a real nasty crosswind, it's going to need extra throw to stay, to straighten itself out. And you don't have that much physical throw on your radio anymore because you've programmed it out. Okay, so in a nutshell, guys, this is how it works. The plane dips down, the back end goes up a little bit. You twist this way, the rudder comes that way, it fights it. If you're looking at the aileron, say you dip up this way, you notice the aileron tips up a little bit to self-center to right it. Okay. So that's it in a nutshell. But for the gentlemen out there that that asked where would I put this and where would the radio setup go, I've got the radio receiver right down in here, and you can probably see that better here. Okay, I've got it tucked down in here. The satellite wire running all along the side here. I'm keeping it away from all the electronics, speakers, and then the satellite I've got pushed down in there where the antennas aren't right underneath the battery or right aside of the battery or right next to the ESC. They're kind of at two different angles. So I've got antennas facing basically that way, up, and out. So I've got all four directions, up and down, pretty well covered. Should not have any blind spots, hopefully, knock on wood, right? And so that's it, guys. This fits real nicely right here. It's a little off the center of, here would be your CG. But with these things here, it's really negligible. You'd never notice the difference. It'll work just fine right there. I know that because I've done it before. All right. Thanks for watching, and I hope this is informative and hope you guys enjoy. This thing is not loud enough, by the way, with that system. It's great for close by, but if it gets out there a little bit, you can't hear it at all. For about $5 or $6, I think I'm going to throw an extra amp in line with those. I use this then basically as the preamp, and I'll have an extra little external amplifier that kicks the signal up a little bit more. Because these are basically the same transducers I've seen that do go a lot louder, so I know that they're capable of a lot more output. We'll get it. Anyway, a little bit at a time, and this is Skip signing off. Thanks for watching. This thing should fly like a gem next time in the air. Hope to see you soon.